Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us on In the Doll World. My name is Tammy Fisher, and today I am with my beautiful co-host, the wonderful Miss Georgette Taylor.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. And today
Hi.
we're here with our handsome guest, Mr. William Oy and Mr. Marcus Kelso. They are
Hi
of
there. Hi
Hiya.
there.
They are of Emperis Dolls, and they are here to tell us their doll story and give us some more details about their beautiful dolls. And we're so excited to have them today. Thank you guys
Hey,
for
guys,
joining
how are
us.
you?
Well, thank you very much for inviting us.
Thank you.
So let's get started where we tend to start, and that's on your doll journey, your path to dolls. How did you, like as a child, were you a doll collector? When did you begin this doll journey?
Pretty young, I think. When I was 6 or 7 years old.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That time that my parents always bought me action figures, Star Wars figures, and some dinky toys, metal cars. But I have my first fashion doll. Was about 8 years old.
Okay.
First
Oh,
doll
wow.
got to be Barbie.
Okay. That's
That was
cool.
young to have a fashion doll.
Yes, it was. And how did your family feel about you when your parents? How did you get this doll?
Um, they just say that pick whatever you like, pick
Uh-huh.
one toy you like in the supermarket, and then they just buy it on the
Okay.
spot. Yeah,
Okay. So there was no
Okay.
discussion or anything. They just bought you the toy that you wanted.
no.
That's good.
Hmm.
In America, and with a lot of the artists, not just in America, with a lot of the male artists that we've spoken to, there's been they've had a hard time with their family with dolls. Their parents did not want them to have dolls,
Mm-hmm.
so they didn't.
Yeah.
They though they love the dolls, they see them in the stores or their sisters had them or cousins or whatever. They themselves did not have dolls because their parents had issues with them having dolls and being little boys. So that's nice that your parents were open to that.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
it's a big stigma
at that
here.
time, I think that wouldn't think that much about a kid is a kid, and what they
Mm.
like at that time didn't prove
Mm.
their
The,
sexuality,
yeah, the
orientation.
Chinese parents back in those days in the 70s wouldn't have considered anything to do with being homosexual at all.
Okay.
Oh,
The fact that
Okay.
he wanted a fashion doll, they would have just said it's fine because his father knew that William, even at that tender age, was
mm-hmm.
well into drawing and into design already. So
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think he would have possibly why he wouldn't have questioned it.
Okay.
Okay.
So
That makes
so he kind
sense.
of felt that he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
already
I,
already
on the other hand,
artistic.
of course, I was more traditional. My first doll was an action man. So,
Okay. So did you collect action figures,
I did.
Marcus?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I had quite a few, obviously, as a young boy. But I bought my first action man when I was, I think it was about 12, 13, something like that.
Okay.
And my parents bought me a few more over the years. And then I started to, I got my first 21st century Jerry Anderson action figure, Captain Scarlet, when I was 16. I think it was 16, 17.
Okay.
And I carried on collecting those for quite some time.
Okay.
I still collect 21st century items even today.
Okay. That's cool.
It's
Yeah, that is
fantastic.
pretty
I've got a
cool.
lovely collection of those things.
Very
Okay.
nice.
Too many to bring out today for you.
We'll have to come and talk to you about your collection sometime then.
Oh yes.
Okay. So William, you are the designer in the group. Is that correct? You create the dolls. And Marcus, you are what's your role in the group? In
I'm
the
the gopher.
company? You're the gopher?
I'm the
You're the
gopher,
cute
yeah.
guy and the
Yeah, I'm
gopher?
the cute guy, the gopher. I'm the money guy, logistics,
Okay.
Anything he can't do, it's like Marcus.
Marketing and make tea.
He
He makes
he's a
tea.
tea maker.
I make a lovely cup of tea.
The tea man. The tea
When this
man.
COVID is over, we'll have to come to Britain and have a lovely cup of tea with you.
Oh, I think you should. I think you'd love it.
That'd be
Okay.
great.
I know I'd love it. I love Britain, so it's my second home.
So let me ask you, William, when you had started getting your dolls at the age of 8, you said, were you then creating clothes and changing how they looked back then, or did that start later on?
I think I more admire the art of the dolls.
Mm-hmm.
The details of that time, the Barbie dolls, the hair, the face paint, and the accessory, the material they select is pretty amazing. I would say very good. And then you start to develop more interest about what you're going to do with the doll, like re-hairstyle it, of course, remake the dress. But that time, my mom did a lot of help with that. She know that once you have a dolls, obviously it's not going to wear the same dress all the time. So my mom is a dressmaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She sells off, but she's pretty good. She's very good with hand stitching. That time she only hand sewing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So did your mom teach you to sew?
Yes.
That's what you learned? That's beautiful.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She still sews even today. She made a shirt for me a couple of years ago.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. Absolutely fit perfectly.
That's
wow,
great.
That's great.
Yeah.
We were over in Malaysia. It was his sister's wedding, and my shirt I had got ripped. So his mother said, "Don't worry, I'll fix it." She said, and the very next day she'd made a shirt overnight, just like that.
Wow,
very good.
That's cool.
That's really talented.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah.
that's very cool.
And she's still using the old style sewing machine.
Oh God, yes.
You know the one with paddle?
Yeah, she's got
an
old treadle singer.
Treadle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's treadle. I think anyway. I'm sure it's called a treadle. Because my mother had one.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, that's really
My
cool.
mother had one of those too.
So
well, she started off with a hand crank, and then she progressed to a treadle one, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's really cool, man.
So when you so you started out with dolls, and then when did you get to the point where and so you made your mother's made clothes, and then did you start making clothes for your dolls with your mom?
Yes, but not as good as my mom made.
Okay, but that's how you started sewing and making clothing. So how did you go from being this doll collector who made doll clothes to being someone who actually creates dolls? What's that journey for you?
It's quite a long journey, really, I suppose. He obviously collecting. Well, not collecting. He started getting his first dolls at a very young age and so forth, and just kept collecting dolls and so forth. When I met him, he had a huge collection of these ceramic porcelain dolls. That's right.
Okay.
Huge collection of those things. And they were.
What kind of dolls were they? I mean, they were porcelain, but were they fashion dolls or baby dolls?
Were,
mostly collectible porcelain doll. Some of them China dolls, some of them vintage doll.
Okay.
It's just because they are very unique.
He's collected all these over the years, and actually producing our own doll. That came much later. That wasn't until
2008 when we start planning.
Well, we started thinking about it the other day. We actually started the company, was it?
2010.
2010, that's right, yes. So obviously quite from the time frame of being as a child, getting his first dolls and starting to make our own dolls was quite a long expanse from there to 2010. So yeah, it was quite a long way.
So what was your profession? Because you actually sculpt your dolls. Were you an artist? I mean, how did you get to the point where you could actually make these dolls?
Oh,
What's that process?
At first, we hire some sculptor to do the job for sculpting the face and the body part. As
she's asking how you got to that stage.
Well, no, that's fine that he tells us that's okay. I mean, yes.
Go ahead.
you can tell.
He's quite shy speaking. You can't believe sitting here next to me, he's actually shaking like a leaf.
Oh,
it's okay.
He's not. He's never been a very good public speaker.
That's okay.
He's a great public speaker.
It's always me, unfortunately. You know.
We just want him to tell his story. You know,
Yeah.
I know.
the way it
exactly.
happened
That's
for
why
him.
I'm
That's
trying
all.
to get him to
That's
tell
all,
you
William.
rather than me telling it for him. I mean, obviously, I know his story, but it's better if he tells you. You know?
Yeah, William, it's just about sharing your story, you know, from when you were a child to like when you actually started, you know, progressing in your, you know, creation and stuff like that. That's all we really want to know about you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you said you had someone who was initially making the dolls, sculpting them. And then how did you start sculpting them? How did that transition occur?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm such a perfectionist, the sculptor that sculpted for us not so satisfied sometimes.
Okay.
And I always want the best from them. So by telling them what I want, sometimes difficult. Because they are professional sculptor, they normally have the way to sculpting and to see things. But this, because it's not figurine, it's just a ball jointed doll, fashion doll. So they are different. So it's pretty new for them as well to understand that type of sculpting. They need to make sure it fits, the ball jointed, it works. And able to pose and how to string it, is everything affected the whole doll.
Yes.
So you'll find out when you finish the sculpting and try to string it together, then you realize that the joint might be not fixed very well.
Work, yeah.
Okay.
The sculptor's favourite phrase was, "Does it matter?"
Oh.
Does it matter? He kept saying to us, you know, does it matter? William would say to him, "Oh, I want it this way, I want it sculpted that way, I want this joint to do this and that joint to do the other," and so forth. And he would say, "Well, I've done this." And William would say to him, "That's not what I asked you for." And he would say, "Does it matter?"
Wow.
It's quite difficult to find someone.
Yeah, so he was sacked quite promptly. That's how he started to, learn to sculpt himself. Yeah.
So did you have
he does quite well now, I must admit. Although we're moving away now from physical sculpting. Oh, I'm not. He is physical sculpting to 3D sculpting.
Oh, we're hearing of more people who are doing that.
Yes.
We had a conversation with Robert Tanner, and he's talking about doing some 3D sculpting. And Joey Versailles, he does 3D sculpting. There's a number of people who are moving
the way
to
to go. Well, we're still doing the traditional resin casting, but we're also looking at the 3D printing.
Okay.
We've had one master 3D printed.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It really is. It still needs a little bit of work.
Okay.
You know, well, I say a little, it's quite a bit actually. A lot of sanding to get it smooth and so forth.
Right.
To make everything work, but no, I think it's definitely the way to go.
Okay.
I think the 3D printing might make it sound very technology would be easy, but sometimes it's not.
Not at all. Not at all. People think, "Oh, I'll just have a doll 3D printed." Yeah, good luck with that. It's not that simple. There's a lot of processes in it. to get to the final actual print. And then when you get to that, even that, you can't just pick it up, play with it, or dress it and so forth, because it's very rough, the surface. It needs to be sanded smooth, you know. That takes a lot of time.
Wow.
So when you,
it's
I'm sorry.
not that easy.
Okay.
But
So when you,
And it costs as well a lot.
okay. Okay. So when you,
Tremendous amount.
so
Sorry.
when you, that's okay. No. I'm just trying to get things together. So you did the, when you started sculpting, do you have a background in art, or did you just, how did this
Oh, yes, it
come
does.
to?
yes, I'm graduate from art school, but my main stream is graphic design.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
When we were in college, we learned sculpting, but just a basic sculpting.
Okay. So you had a
So-
little bit of a background. So it wasn't totally
Yeah.
new, but you weren't a professional sculptor. Okay. And so now that you're going, so do you think you're going to go exclusively to 3D? I mean, is that your goal,
No.
or just gonna do?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Because although when you compare a 3D printed doll to a cast doll, you can certainly tell the difference.
Okay.
There's a difference in weight and feel, texture to it. You know, it's got a certain something about a traditional cast doll in resin for me, is much better.
We are still searching the best way to create
Yes.
our doll, but we're not
Okay.
sure going for traditional casting or 3D printing. But we are experimental at the moment, see
Yeah.
which can bring the best result.
At the moment,
For the
we're
doll.
doing a little bit of each. We've had a master doll 3D printed, but from that 3D print, we then created a set of molds
Okay.
and then continued casting. I know that sounds ridiculous, but
No, that makes sense. And then
it actually having your masters 3D sculpted,
Mhm.
it's really good, especially if you get a good company that can do it for you. Absolutely fantastic.
Okay. So they
once-
make the sculpture, and then you take that, and from there, then they go and you have someone make the mold, and then the doll is made from those molds. Is that the process?
With the molds, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what you were doing before is you were sculpting the body, and then you
Yes.
had the mold made. So the difference
Yes.
is whether you sculpt it with clay or you have it made with, you have it 3D printed.
Yeah,
That's the
that was a
difference.
very long process, because obviously he would make his first master, cast it, mold it, sorry, and then from the mold you would cast your first test piece to see how that worked, make sure all the joints worked and so forth. And when they don't, you then go back to your master, adjust it again, make another mold, and so on until you got an actual working product.
And that's when you use the clay to sculpt it.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, but when you do 3D, you can see how things fit together.
3D, it's on the screen, so you don't have to keep making.
You don't have to keep making it.
Don't keep casting. Because a set of molds is, gosh, I don't know, is it £1,000, £1,200 for a set of molds?
And that's from the top of the head to the foot and all the joints.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, on the 3D, it's on the screen. And they can do what they call cleanup. That's where they smooth all the lines for you and make all the joints work and make everything work as it should do on screen. You get a working model. Once you're satisfied with that, that's when you print.
Okay.
So you said before that the 3D part was very expensive. So how is it as expensive when you can create what you want without having to print it all the time? You know, like in the clay, you have to always keep, you know what I mean, manufacturing that doll, but in the 3D, you don't. So how is that more expensive in a way?
I think it's the charge of the sculpting. The professionals that do the sculpting for you, they charge because they knew that the 3D sculpting is make life easier and less complicated.
It
less
comes down
process.
to charge, unfortunately. That's what it comes down to. These companies, they're not cheap. at all, unfortunately.
Okay.
The very first 3D print we had was actually, we took one of our dolls to a company and they 3D scanned it.
Mm-hmm.
So they put it on a table, they got this very special camera array, and it just took a 3D image of the whole thing, round and round and round, and that was expensive. And then from that, they created a 3D file. From the file, that has to be cleaned up, make sure everything is nice and smooth and working correctly. Then somebody has to reassemble that file into a working doll. And this all takes time again. So it's quite a process. And you can imagine this is where the expense comes in.
Yeah, yeah, I see that now.
Before you even get to the print.
Wow.
As the equipment that they invest in is quite a lot of money. This is why they charge quite a high price to compensate with their investment.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the 3D printing filament, what they actually print with the plastic or whatever it is made of. You can have a choice of various. We're looking at having one resin 3D printed. We haven't had that done yet, but it's something we're looking into. That sounds very interesting.
Okay.
So
it's expensive too, the filament.
We're going to try our first
Yes.
13-inch or 6-scale, 1/6 metal doll. We were going to try the prototype with 3D printing and see how it's go. Obviously, we'll share some information soon.
Right. Great.
We want to make sure we got it correct first before we make ourselves a laughing stock, either.
That's exciting.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
We're
We're always constantly looking at new ways. William's always remodeling, trying to make the dolls stand better, work better, sit better, do things that other dolls
new faces
don't necessarily do. You know, he's always sculpting new faces. You know, so yeah, you know, he's constantly in between. So
I think it's part of excitement to bring doll collector excitement.
Right. Yes.
There's always something new. It's good.
It's true. I mean, obviously, most people's dolls, like yours behind you, you know, they just sit there on the countertop or something, or on display. They don't really do anything. But to the few collectors that want to pose their dolls in dioramas and so forth, that's the ones that we cater for also, because our dolls will, thanks to him, the sculptors and 3D sculptors and so forth, they will actually pose extremely well.
I prefer dolls that able to pose. So you can pose the doll, tell the story through your photograph.
Yeah,
so
that's important.
Yeah, we've seen a number of your photographs.
Beautiful.
That makes sense.
All right, thank you.
Yes, yeah, they're lovely.
Because we have some dolls before, but it's so difficult to pose or to make them express what you like to express to people. Because dolls, but if the dolls can express and pose, why not? Because back to old time, vintage time, doll is just playing toys. But doll this day is art. You want to express, you want to tell people, you want your doll have a life that can pose and tell people some story. So it make doll is more, how to say that?
I'm not sure.
The more interactive?
More interactive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Rather than just, as I was saying, rather than just sitting on the shelf or in a cabinet, you can actually play with them, use them, work with them, make dioramas, put them into living scenes, basically, which is really good. And I've noticed on Facebook the last 12 months or so, there's a lot more people posting now, doing this, putting them into dioramas, putting them into live scenes and so forth, and it's absolutely wonderful to see. And some of them are absolutely amazing work people are doing.
That's true.
It's great. I love to see it.
Yes,
Yeah.
we've been seeing people doing that too. Georgette shared a video with me, some photos of someone using one of her dolls, actually a couple of her dolls, and they went to a tea party.
Yes.
And so
So
all these
cute.
little tea cups and this little party, it
Yes.
was, yes.
Fantastic.
Really nice. Yeah,
we
very
had a
nice.
similar thing at the London Fashion Doll show for the what was it called?
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, what was Alice in Wonderland theme was at the London Fashion Doll.
The first London Fashion
Doll
Doll
Festival.
Festival.
Yeah, it was London,
Okay.
Alice in Wonderland. So we obviously did an Alice, and we had little tiny teacups and saucers and teapots and so. Well, it was wonderful.
That's
Did
so
you make
cool.
all the little pieces, or did you purchase them?
Oh,
Like all your little cups and.
we bought those.
Okay, I was gonna say that's a lot of work. All the little.
No,
teeny,
no.
that-
That's too much. No.
Yeah, there's a whole group of people who are just doing cakes and little
Yes.
eggs, and we interviewed someone recently, Stacelina Monique. That's her company. We're releasing her
today.
her podcast, and a lot of her pieces they're like little dioramas. As someone who is playing with her records, or there's a record store, or there's a TV store. I mean, all these little things. Someone's cooking. So yes, I love this one. This lady's combing her little kid's hair. Just beautiful little.
Fantastic. Yeah, I love to see it.
vignettes.
I absolutely adore it.
Yes.
Yes.
Doll collecting doll this day. It's just like encourage more talent. Like
Yes, I agree with that. Yes.
it's not just the dolls. It make you understand to find the right scale of the diorama, some other accessory. All this, it's just a lot of effort and time to searching the right stuff and present it. Although it's just a digital photograph, but the person who put all this efforts into it is amazing.
Yeah,
I agree.
True,
I
true.
agree. You're going to show us
some really talented diorama sets that go out on Facebook groups and that. It's Kim London, fantastic.
Liza Briggs.
Lisa Briggs as well. She puts out some amazing photographs, and you think to yourself, my God, the time that they take to put this together, to get the dolls, the set just right, just for that one shot.
Yeah.
It might took a couple of hours
it's
easily.
amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So, and a lot of them, there's a lot of this talent on Facebook. Sometimes the photograph just amazes you.
Just blows you away. It's wonderful.
Yes.
That is true.
I feel that same way. So you're going to show us some of your dolls?
No.
No, you keep it secret. I'm going to describe it and you can imagine it. Well, it's kind of about this tall.
Why? We're not on the show to do that. We're not here to do that.
No, I'm sorry. I couldn't resist that. It was too obvious.
I told you he's trouble.
Yes, Marcus Trouble Kelso. He asked me. Oh, here we go. There we go.
She's beautiful.
Okay.
Look at the details.
I'm not very good at it. This is 12-inch there.
Okay.
Matsuri, but the fashion is from the Matsuri dolls, but she's one of the kind just dressed in Matsuri outfit.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that outfit. That's really pretty.
Yes.
There's a bit of Japanese
like a
influence.
kimono.
Yeah.
Very similar. Yeah.
So someone else made the outfit, or did you make the outfit? Oh, you made.
Yes,
okay, I thought you were saying that someone
it.
else made the outfit.
Nice.
That's
no, William makes all the outfits.
So hopefully you can see the makeup of the dolls.
We can. Hold her still for a sec. Yes.
Yeah.
If you hold her still, then it's easier for the camera to focus on
focus.
her.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
They keep it there. I look fantastic now. Look at that.
I've never looked that
Look,
up.
it's
Do you make
ruining
the
view.
bags too, Marcus? I mean, William?
Yes, he makes the bags
You make
as
the
well.
bags? Do you make
Yes.
the? I mean, you make the bags, the shoes.
I
You make
like
everything.
that bag.
I like that bag too. Wow. Does it
So
open?
cute.
Yeah.
Magnetic clasp.
Nice.
Oh
So cute.
wow. And look at the
Yeah.
lining on the inside matches
I
her
know.
outfit.
Yeah, it's all fully lined.
Yes. Matching linings.
Wow.
I kind
That's very
of
cool.
enjoy it when you making a dolls and then comes
Mhm.
up the come with
Accessories.
the accessory, and then
Mhm.
it's just kind of like different things. It makes things
Yeah.
the doll interesting.
Oh, look at that! You got a magazine.
That's cool. Did you make the little magazine too?
He did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my. Okay, now that is really cool.
It's
I love
always
that.
every page is with
Yes.
different photo, editorial
That is-
photo.
Mm.
Are these all photos of your dolls?
No, it's just some
Just
magazine.
Random fashion magazines.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool.
But
Though.
he made him so tiny, though.
Yes.
So tiny.
Yes.
Yes, that's
Well, you can
beautiful.
see, but judging by my hand, how big they are. They're perfectly
Yes.
3
scaled for
inches.
the scaled for the
Yeah.
doll.
That
That's
is amazing.
cool.
That is
Yes.
really neat.
The basket for the
There's fruit in the basket?
Fruit in
Yes.
the
Yeah.
basket.
Wow.
That is so neat.
That's
man,
so
right?
lovely.
Yeah, that's very nice.
You make all these little details.
He does.
I love
He's
it.
very clever.
I love that
Wow.
magazine.
Still learning,
Magazine
but
is
I
great.
enjoy it.
Well, we can honestly, we can see that you enjoy it because it
Yes.
is
You'll
neat.
love this
You
one.
know, the design is so intricate. Got to move it a little further back. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. That is a cute
That is
purse
very
too.
cool. This one opens too?
Oh yes.
Nice.
Let's see.
That is so cute.
Oh.
Wow. But you know, they're just as intricate as the dolls that you create. That's what I
Yes.
love. You know, they really are.
Yes.
And you put amazing work into that.
Film another doll.
Yes. Yes, let's see
Yes, let's
another
see
doll.
another doll.
Another doll.
So sometimes I like mix and match.
Mm.
Sometimes
Mhm.
I do use oversized clothing from 1/4 scale dolls and then put them try on the 12 1/6 scale dolls, and sometimes works very well.
Those.
And the
This
1/4,
one I'm going to show you now.
the 1/4 scale are 16-inch dolls.
Yes,
Okay, just for people in case they don't know.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay.
this is a 16-inch doll coat
Okay.
on the 12-inch dolls.
Okay. All right. So it makes it a little bit fuller and a little bit more. Okay.
Yep.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like those pleats. That's pretty. Yeah, very cool. I love her hair. Hair's blowing.
I was
in the
gonna say,
video,
yeah.
just so you know. Her hair's blowing.
The hair is we try to use find the material
Mhm.
that make the hair more natural for
Mhm.
a 12-inch doll. So we
Mhm.
found
Okay.
that more hair. We still find different materials and develop, see which one that can create a better look. But
Mhm.
sometimes you have to use different type of material to make the effect.
Okay.
But this one is more hair from England.
That makes
Okay.
sense. It's a
So-
natural fiber, the way that it
Yeah.
moves.
Mhm. Yeah. You can
Now,
tell
is
that-
she rooted
back
with
of that is
more
pretty.
hair, or is that a wig?
I like that hair. I like that.
It's a wig. It's a half
Okay.
wig.
Okay.
So
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Oh
Wow.
wow. Okay.
it's
That's
got the
cool.
hard cap.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. That's so cool.
The reason we use a lot of doll collectors like the hard cap wig.
You can change the style of wig, obviously. Whether if it's rooted, you can change the style, but it's a lot of work,
Mhm.
obviously. Goes
Yes.
into it.
Okay.
If you've got a hard cap wig, you just let you take it off, put a new one on. Fantastic.
So we
Whole
just
new
Mhm.
look. This is clever.
Right.
Just
It's
gonna-
easier to change out.
like
Oh,
that.
yeah. Okay. I
Yeah,
see
that's
that.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes it so much quicker too.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Very
Especially when you're
good.
taking pictures. You know, you don't have to
Yeah,
really
well,
restyle
some
the
people
hair.
prefer rooted, some people prefer hard cap. It's just,
Okay.
you know,
So most of the
we
dolls that you have are hard cap?
yes. Well, all
Okay.
our dolls are. Hard cap, I think.
Okay.
Well, our own dolls that we make, of course. Yes, we
Right.
prefer hard cap.
Unless the special one that you have to hand apply on the doll head, because it
Okay.
will make it more natural.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know, sometimes it's just like male hairstyle, sometimes
Mhm.
very thin, and
Okay.
sometimes we have to paint it.
Oh, okay. I never thought about that. That you would have to paint it. Okay. Very cool. I like
This
that
is
bag too.
more current trend. It's
Okay.
just a high street style.
Okay. That's cool. I like
Yes,
Mhm.
very
her
good.
sweater. Look at her legs. Those are cute. I like her shoes too. Very nice.
Yeah.
Those shoes are nice.
Even her little toenails are painted.
I know.
Yeah, everything's done.
So cute.
Yeah, they got a manicure and a pedicure.
They got more than I got right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, me too.
Look on she got the platinum blonde lashes.
Lashes, I see.
Uh-huh.
Platinum. Look at it, all fancy. Very cool. Very nice. I like that. Those are nice lashes.
Mhm.
Have one more dolls, the 12-inch dolls.
Yeah, these are all 12-inch we've been showing you.
Okay.
Okay.
We don't have a 12-inch boy to show you yet. He's still in production. So.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that skirt.
Mhm. She's lovely.
That's cute.
So
Nice.
let's see her face.
Look at the
Mhm.
details.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's really pretty.
Yeah, she's very
That
nice.
nice. That outfit
William.
is really
Mhm.
nice. Very, very
Mhm.
pretty.
I like the dots in the
Yeah, the skirt.
skirt. I mean, all the little details.
Very
May we see
pretty.
her bow from behind?
Beautiful.
Oh,
Oh
she
yes.
is.
Yeah.
Yes. Another mohair wig.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice.
It's a lovely little lady.
Thank you.
So I
Okay.
found the mohair wig is because the curve it's just the right size for 12-inch girl.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, something I
just
would never
right,
thought
yeah.
about.
Yes. All the details.
Yeah, you want details, just ask us, we'll tell you. And then send you a bill. No.
Hey, you gotta pay. You gotta pay.
That's funny.
Pay to pay.
Absolutely.
I would send you a bill. Okay. No bills here.
Oh,
You're
What
always
about-
welcome if you need some advice. I hope that I can have a good advice for you. girls.
always happy to help. We
Thank
try
you.
to
We
help
might take
everybody.
you up on that at some point.
We try to help everybody as much as we can, you know.
That's great.
To see new dolls, new artists, new talent, because how we go through from start to now, we know how difficult. When I started, we found it so difficult, no help, because in England, doll world is not that big.
No.
When you first started, you're saying, or even
yeah.
now.
It still isn't really, not in the UK. Although we have the London Fashion Doll Festival, put together by the London Fashion Doll Group, Simon and Kim and Ibrahim and so on, Sophia. Who else started it? Dennis, yeah, the lovely Dennis,
And
yes.
more, it's just
And Claudio, all the gang, wonderful, wonderful people. They brought us the London Fashion Doll Festival, of course, and that has proven to be most successful, which is
Oh,
wonderful.
good. Okay.
But beyond that, there is a few groups around the UK, but not many.
they have an Asian
It's getting
ball
better.
jointed doll group as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely getting better, which is good.
Yeah, we know a good number of artists. Now they're not all doing BJDs, but we know a
No.
good number of artists. You know, there's Nav Sickhand and Julian.
Oh, I was talking to Nav
Yes.
today.
Julian Kalinowski and
Mm-hmm.
who else? I know that we know a number of people.
There's a lot of these new
Oh,
artists and
yes,
old
yeah.
artists. They're all very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think it's good if the doll artists can get together as well and also be friends and kind of support each
Yes.
other if required. You know, I think that's also
Right.
very good.
Yes.
I
You've got
wanted
Dispatch
sorry.
there too. The Sybarite. This comes from Britain. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from
Right.
London, Charles and Desmond.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very cool. Now I know your doll is articulated. How many points does your doll have of articulation on them?
Oh, the least one is 20 points of articulation,
Okay.
and the most is
23.
23.
Okay.
So what are the 3 points that are
Yeah.
different?
Mm-hmm.
Say that again?
What are the 3 points that are different?
Oh,
Between the 20 and the
Extra neck
23.
joint.
there's an extra neck joint to give
Okay.
more maneuverability on the neck.
Okay.
On the abdomen.
There's a waist and no, it's a chest and abdominal joint.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Give the torso more action, more movement,
Okay.
more
Okay.
proposability.
So it
Okay.
means they could bend over
We
sideways.
find
much-
people like Kim and Lisa prefer the 23 joints because obviously they do all the wonderful photographs.
Okay.
The regular collectors prefer the 20 joint because, well, it looks more prettier to look at, but they're just going to collect the dolls and display them in cabinets and so forth.
So do you
Okay.
have a 23-point doll there at the table with you?
Oh,
Okay.
he'll fetch you one, I think. Yeah, we got one now.
Oh, okay. I thought you just assumed you had one. I'm sorry.
We have got one, it's just not on the table.
Do you have Winston and his lady friend there with you, Winnie?
Yes, we have Winston with us and Winnie. They're very well. They were when we released. We only released Winnie so far.
Oh,
But she
you've
sold
only
out
released
straight-
Winnie?
Yeah, she sold
I
out.
thought you had released Winston. I've seen a good number of pictures of Winston. Okay.
Oh, we've got pictures of Winston, and he's around, but we've never released him yet.
Oh.
Not yet, but we will do.
Okay.
So this is a prototype of the 23
23.
Okay.
Okay.
point
Should take your
articulation.
shirt off, like the ladies get.
So
See them.
I'm going to strip him off.
Okay, it's okay.
Rip him off. Be careful.
We'll just know we'll just note that
Avert
it's
your
an,
eyes.
we will make a note that it's an adult show, just so you know.
Our dolls are anatomically correct, you know. Oh, here we go. No, don't take the pants off. They'll never cope. Right. Just put one. Sorry about my frivolity.
It's okay.
Okay.
So,
And this is the 23 point.
Yes, 23.
You can see the
Yeah.
so where's the extra?
So extra neck bone.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
There's not many dolls can do that.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Now
That's
we're
cool.
going
There are
to
a
see
few, but not many.
the
The torso.
Oh.
So he could just hang
Go
all
up.
over. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Nice.
Okay.
This is very awkward pose, but sometimes awkward make it unique.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As we normally see a lot of doll photos, there's a standing doll. But sometimes if you see some dolls that pose differently,
Mm-hmm.
you find it is so, how to say that, special. You want to look twice.
Mm.
What they're doing
Mhm.
or what it's trying to say. What's
Okay.
the story?
So this is the 23-point jointed doll. So
Okay.
Okay.
he can do many, many things. Just show them that.
That's
It's cool.
so cool.
Look.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So you can like ball up, actually. Really.
Oh yes, you can practically get into the fetal position.
Yeah.
Did the feet
That is so
move
amazing.
too? Did the feet
Yeah,
tilt
the
or did they?
feet, the legs,
Look at that.
arms, hands.
Look at that.
Everything.
That's great.
Wow.
Wow.
Everything.
Oh,
That's so amazing. I look at these dolls and
yes.
I'm always amazed at, where they come from, from just like you said, standing and still and only having
Mhm.
his shoulders or thighs move to this, this amazing articulation. It's
Well,
great.
this has always been our ethos from when we first started. That we wanted dolls that were posable. We know we have fans and buyers that are, as I say, that want the 20-point dolls that are just going to sit in a cabinet, which is absolutely fine. I have lots of
Right.
those myself. Most of mine
Right.
just sit in a cabinet or in a box in the loft or somewhere. But there are those that want to do this. They want them to actually pose.
Because we try
Right.
our best to make the different market.
And when we started at that time, there was nothing that we knew of that could pose like that.
Okay.
Mhm.
There wasn't. So, and this was the whole one of the reasons why. Well, it was the main reason actually. We started Emperis because we wanted to produce a doll that could pose.
So
I
does your doll come with different hands and feet, or do they do enough
Different sets
moving?
of hands, yes,
Okay.
Okay.
but the same feet. We're actually just
Now,
talking about including different types of feet as well.
so are their feet just in one position, or can you like with a lot of the dolls, people like to put them in high heel shoes. So d- is their foot just at
Oh, on the
the
female
angle
dolls,
for?
yes, female dolls is a heel foot, yes,
Okay.
high
Okay.
heel foot, yes.
And that's not an extra foot. That's just the foot that comes with it,
That's just a
standard.
standard foot, yeah.
Okay.
What
Okay.
we're thinking about doing is putting possibly a flat foot in there as well, for if they want
Okay.
to
Hmm.
put sandals on or something like that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that
so
would be
I
nice.
I believe a fashion doll, supposed to able to give more possibility
Mm.
as
Hmm.
a fashion model. As we normally see this fashion model, they pose differently. It's not
Right.
just a normal pose. That's why it make the campaign and everything so different.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
this is
Handsome
the
Mr. Winston.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. His foot too, his hands. I
Since
like
we
That's
that.
launched,
cool.
Love that. Yeah.
Yes.
since we launched the Emperis male dolls, they took off rather well, I have to admit.
Yeah.
Very popular. They still are very popular. I'm glad to say. And
There are more female dolls.
we're hoping the new 13-inch boy is going to be popular too.
Yeah. I'm
I
sure.
can
I'm sure
imagine it
he
will be.
will. Yeah. I
Yes.
think they
Yeah.
will be, because especially
we
for the
are
male
more
dolls, especially for the
we're
male
more
dolls.
into the proportional right.
Oh,
I mean,
anatomically correct.
proportion.
Yes.
We try to make our dolls a more uh,
More human-like. He's trying to say. A lot of,
Okay.
oh, yeah, our dolls are more proportionate to actual human sizes.
Okay. Yeah, because sometimes we see dolls and they have like real long legs or real long
Yes, and really
arms or
big heads and so forth, out
yes.
of proportion, which is not a bad thing
Uh-huh.
because I think that goes back to people's loving babies and so forth. Because you see babies with great big massive eyes and so forth. Oh, how adorable is that? It's so cute. Really big eyes and a big head on a baby is
Hmm.
also
Mm-hmm.
is loved, so which is fine. But we keep ours in proportion, or at least we try to, where possible.
it's more. I prefer more realistic, like the pose as well, and the face, the body scale.
Hmm.
So
And there we go. There he is.
It's the handsome Mr. Winston. Let us see Mr. Winston in his ball jointed body.
That's much Winston.
Okay, let's show us all the wonderful things he can do. And Miss
Well,
Winnie.
there's Winnie.
Hi guys.
Well, you can see at the moment he can sit,
Okay.
or he can stand fully.
Yes.
He can raise his paw up to shake hands.
Oh.
He can, or he can
Oh,
Bow.
that
You
is
can
so cool.
Yeah.
do this. You can sit down and look straight up at Daddy.
Oh.
Proper ball jointed dolls.
Wow.
So William, did you make these?
You did.
I'm assuming you did,
Yeah,
yes.
it's
They're beautiful. So Winnie has been released, but Winston has not. Is that correct? Is that
No.
what you said?
Oh
it
yeah,
is
no.
Winnie, I think, is on the London Fashion Doll, the first
Make
London
out
Fashion
there.
Doll.
Make out what it says on his belly.
What's it say?
No.
I can't see.
It just says handcrafted in England.
Okay.
Okay.
Emperis Dolls.
Nice.
Oh, even his tail moves.
To move.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, even the tail moves as well.
The tail, the ears.
Oh, and the ears wiggle as well.
Oh wow.
That's so cool.
William,
That is
that's
so cool.
amazing.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
really great.
The very difficult part is drilling.
Oh, yeah, the tiny little bits through the pores, the little holes you have to drill to get the
okay.
elastic through, and to put the hooks in to hold the elastic.
Okay.
That's very fiddly. I heard many shouts coming from the drilling.
That's wonderful. So where do you see yourself going? I mean, so now you're talking about doing some 3D modeling. What do you like the next 5 years? What should we be expecting out of Emperis?
It's quite a long way to think ahead, to be honest. We do try to think ahead, but quite possibly not sure about 5 years. But
How about the next couple? What's going on?
Well,
What's new?
Maybe we'll have an Emperis Doll museum, a little museum, or dollhouse.
That
well,
would be fun.
we've talked about actually getting a studio in the UK because obviously we work from home.
Right.
We've got a big enough house for it, so and we have our drilling station outside, our spraying outside, and so forth. Not actually outside, but we have
Very small.
we have little sheds outside, our unit sheds.
Okay.
Especially we had them purpose built, so as a fully got electrics inside. They got extractor fans and so forth for the spraying and the drilling because it's the drilling creates so much resin dust. Terrible.
Right.
Yes.
So you have to wear all this protective gear. You have to have these massive fans blowing and sucking to get rid of the dust, and then that outside is collected in a filter,
Okay.
which must be disposed of properly as well. So this is the little things that I do, So
I think
where will we be? 2, 3 years? If the 3D printing goes well, if it can be up to the standard that we get from casting, we'll probably switch over entirely to 3D printing. Because once you've got a file, it's a perfect file.
Right.
Then getting a doll made or cast normally, sometimes the casters can take up to 3 months to fill an order for you.
Okay.
Wow.
Which you have to think ahead then to get your orders in, what you're going to do.
sometime longer.
Oh, terrible, yeah. At the moment with the pandemic, unfortunately, supplies of resin is quite low and it's difficult to get some orders done. With the 3D printing, of course, you could just ring up and say, hi, we need X amount of dolls. You've got 3 weeks to do it. Yeah, and say, can you do it? They say, yes, we can do that for you. And
It all depends
the
still.
beauty of it, yeah, we don't know. It's still up in the air. We're still at the experimental stage with the 3D thing, unfortunately.
But
Okay.
I personally, I would like to go to another direction beside than fashion dolls.
Okay.
I would like them become like more art dolls. Like I'm
Okay.
start creating that what on my mind, something that another side of my mind think about different design and style of dolls. How to say that it's something very quirky what I like. I like something
Okay.
very different. So
Right.
Yeah, he used to make a lot of one-of-a-kind, quirky dolls. Stuff that was completely out there. You wouldn't even think about. He'd bring things to me. Like there was one one of our good friends, Robbie in New Zealand, got. Has she got that one, the red one?
Yeah.
Oh God! He brought it to me. He said, "What do you think of this?" And I just looked at you and I said, "Are you crazy? Nobody will buy that." But when he'd finished the doll, absolutely stunning, stunning, all red. The skin tone was just red, like signal red,
Wow.
signal red.
Wow.
You wouldn't think it'd be, but it was when it was finished, stunning, absolutely stunning. Of course, gone just
kind of like a fierce geezer, like a creature.
Oh, wonderful!
She's not normal. She's from other world. So
Right,
this is kind of where his strengths are.
Okay.
He's fantastic at doing one of a kind special dolls. Yes.
So that's good though.
Yeah,
I mean, there's an audience for that too. I mean, you know,
oh
yes,
it's like you said, it's about your creativity. So yeah, that would be. I would love to see that.
Yes.
I'll try and find you some photos of that one. He did a
that'd be great.
Gold one, and he did the gold ones. That was beautiful. Yeah, that was a nice one. The gold.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the Blanc one, the all white. That was a beautiful one he did.
So do you?
Wow.
I think there's some photos of the white one surfaced again quite recently on Facebook.
Oh, cool. So
did.
do you?
Sorry.
When you?
No, go ahead.
That's okay. When you make your dolls, do you paint?
That's what I was going to ask him. Yeah.
The dolls, or does someone?
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
I know some people.
William does all the body blushing, the painting, the face up. Does everything.
Okay, you have someone else, like you have them made in a factory somewhere, and then they come to you.
All made in England.
Wait a minute. So you're talking about casting and molds and those kinds of things?
All done in England, yes.
Sculpting as well.
Sculpting, all done in England. I believe ours is the only doll that's actually made in the UK.
It's okay. So
others are made in China.
Do you do the making, or you have a company in Britain that actually makes the dolls?
Yeah, we have a company that does our
casting. Okay. Oh, I was going to say, because I didn't know if you were saying does all the hand.
That's something I want to get into.
Okay.
I would like to learn to do mold making and casting myself.
Okay. But that's cool that your dolls are 100% made there in Britain.
Yeah.
Oh, they are, yeah. I don't know if they are the only ones, but we believe ours is the only one actually made in the... There are others that are designed in the UK, which is wonderful.
Right.
But, we don't... I can't, off top of my head, I can't think of anybody whose dolls are made there. I mean, again, I don't know. There could be someone that we just don't know about.
I don't know of any others, to be honest. I haven't looked into it, but I do know that ours are 100% made here.
Yes.
That was another aspect of ours when we started off, that we wanted it made and produced in the UK.
Right. Okay.
Some of our fashions come abroad, you know, because another thing that we do, we like to encourage new designers.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
So we take on, well, don't actually take them on, but we help.
Kind of mentor them.
Either on Facebook or somewhere or online and so forth, and I'll approach them and say, hi, I've seen your work. I think it's absolutely wonderful. Could you do this? Help them along, give them some ideas. And they make fashions for us, and we put them on.
Oh, that's amazing!
Yeah, that's wonderful. That is pretty cool. Love that.
Yeah, to help to support the young artists who are coming up.
It encourages new talent, which is a wonderful thing. And there's a lot of new talent around, I'm glad to say.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. And sometimes it can give you a different perspective, you know, of what,
absolutely.
Of what they're thinking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've had fashion come from Korea, Vietnam, Spain.
Nice.
And somewhere else, I can't remember what that was. I can't remember that.
That's pretty cool. I like that idea.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I was wondering if I know what Tammy asked you about the painting, because I know I was thinking about when you do something in 3D like that, the colors and the liner and all that doesn't come when you do a 3D doll. You have to then take it and add, the eyes to it and the lip color and things like that. So you do all of that.
Well, a 3D printed doll would come
It's
basically like a cast doll,
Mm-hmm. That's
just
what I thought.
printed through 3D.
but it's just
filament
printed
print.
through
Mhm.
3D filament. So you
Mhm.
basically just get a blank doll,
Uh-huh.
and then William will have to do the body blushing, the painting, and so forth. Paint the
Wow.
eyes in, paint the irises, and so forth.
Wow.
Little tiny brush with a
Man.
magnifying glass, and he paints the irises. Yeah, you can have the little lines in the irises, you know.
Wow.
Mm. Wow.
That's amazing.
That's wow. It's a lot of work.
So that means all of your dolls are one of a kind, but if you paint, if they're all hand painted, then no two dolls are exactly alike.
They
Oh
never.
no, yeah, no. If you have a collection of 5 dolls, 10 dolls, 15, I think the most we've done is 20, I think.
We
But
never
even
go.
so, no two will be identical because they're
Right.
all hand painted. They look similar, very, very similar, but yeah, they're all
Wow.
individual basically. Because as I say, they're all handcrafted here by ourselves.
Wow.
That's great.
That's
You know, so-
wonderful. But yeah, I think maybe your thoughts about having your own studio would be amazing for you, because it would
Yes, I think
Yeah,
so too.
it would be
It's
really
possibly-
wonderful idea to
I
do
think that's
that.
something that's possibly on the cards for us. I don't know exactly when, you know, but sometime, as Tammy was saying, possibly within the next 2 or 3 years.
Nice.
We'll
That
give
would
you
be
an
really
invite.
nice.
We'll give you an invite. You
Yes,
can come over.
please. That would be
Oh,
wonderful.
definitely.
Make you video in the studio. That'd be
That
cool.
would be so
Right.
cool. We would totally do that.
And we'll take you up on that cup of tea too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll make a really good cup of tea.
Yeah.
Is there
Thank you very
anything
much.
is there anything you want to say to your fans? I'm
We'd
sure
just
they're
like to
looking at
thank
them.
everybody. Thank you for your continued support, for your love and adoration. We love you back, every single one of you. Without the fans, we wouldn't be here. Without those wonderful people, there would be no Emperis. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you for
we love you.
encourage and appreciate our creation.
Yes, thank you very much.
Very cool. So where can the people who are not fans yet find you? Okay, we want to know that too.
Right
I
here,
think-
I'll be sat on the sofa.
I think everyone who appreciate dolls, who keep dolls
Right, they
ongoing.
can find us Facebook. Just look for Emperis Dolls.
How do you spell Emperis?
Let you spell it. I won't get it wrong.
Emperis.
Okay.
Emperis. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
It's not Empress like people think it is. It's Emperis.
That's why I asked you to spell it.
There is a definition of how it came about. Actually, I prepared that for you because I thought you might ask.
Empire of Paris. Paris, a beautiful creature.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, here he is. The name Emperis is a blending of empire and Paris. That's spelled P-E-R-I-S, Paris. And Paris in Persian mythology is a beautiful and benevolent being.
Oh.
So
Nice.
empire and Paris. Emperis.
Very nice.
That's how it came about. Well, a lot of research into that, you know, to come up with a name.
It's a lovely
Wonderful
name.
girls.
That's
It's
very
absolutely amazing to meet you. I hope this isn't the last time that we see you. And once again, to all our fans and customers, we thank you from the bottom of our heart. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. And the wonderful world of Emperis would not exist. So thank you once again, very, very much indeed. Oh, yes, www.emperis.co.uk.
www.emperis.co.uk. Okay, thank you so very much.
Thank
And
you,
it's been
William
wonderful.
and Marcus.
Yes.
Great seeing you,
Thank you.
Georgette. Great seeing you too, Tammy. Take care, ladies. We love you
All
too.
right.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you,
All right,
girls.
take
Bye-bye.
care. All right,
Thank you
bye-bye.
guys for being on In the
Bye
Doll
from
World
us
with us.
too.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.